Maynard.
Hi, Pauline. How are you? Welcome, everybody.
Welcome. So, this is our second time going live with Born with Greatness. We're super excited to come to you and we talk about what we do to support you in your ability to make money and make a change in the world as you are an entrepreneur, coach, speaker, or author.
Yes, you guys, you can see that we have a course creation agency, and we just want to talk to you because the name of our business is Born with Greatness. And the thing is that you have experience or have experiences in life that someone else can benefit from. And sometimes we have things that hold us back. We want to talk to you today about what really holds people back. What holds you back from actually having a digital course done? With Born with Greatness, we actually will do that by having a meeting with you, developing your framework, and all that takes within about an hour to an hour and a half, 90 minutes of your time. And we actually create the course for you. But we're doing something different. We want to talk about the fears behind why don't you have a course when you have something to give to the world, when you have something to lead to the world of your expertise and your experience that can truly help someone across the globe or down the street. And what are some of those fears? And can you relate to some of these? Well, let's just be honest with one another.
Yes, yes. So let's back up a little bit, Maynard. Let's start with who are we? Why should you even listen to us? We would love to engage with you because we're not here for us, we're here for you. But you're probably wondering who are these people and why should we listen to them? So I'll just introduce myself real quick, then I'll let you, Maynard, introduce yourself, and then we'll just dive right on in. And what is really stopping you from creating your course that can generate income and make the difference that you want to make? So, without further ado, my name is Pauline Victoria. I'm a speaker, author, and coach. I have spoken on various stages, primarily with Les Brown. I've shared stages with Mark Victor Hansen and a lot of other great people who may not necessarily have the big names, but are also just as valuable and have so much to offer the world. I would consider myself probably a no name person, but that doesn't lessen the value that I have. And I say this to you because you're probably sitting there wondering, who am I to do this? And we're going to go deeper into that after we introduce ourselves. But, as a speaker, someone who has contributed to books and as a coach who coaches entrepreneurs, I understand what it is you're going through and I help level you up so that way you can shine the way you were created to shine. I've used my experiences as a woman born without arms and legs. Because of that, I've been given unique perspectives and experiences in life that help me create a can do, no excuses life and business. So I am honored, absolutely privileged to partner up with this gentleman next to me. His name is Maynard Neal, and I will let him introduce himself.
Well, hello, and I'm Maynard Neal. I am a speaker, author, coach, entrepreneur, and digital creator. And, life has happened and I've overcome odds. And I'm here today to just share the things that I went through in life when I opened up and realized that we are all connected. And I've shared my story in writing a book along with Les Brown, being on the stage with Mark Victor Hansen and several others as well. We realized that in this digital arena where there's countless speakers, there's authors, there's experts, and there was a void of people having something that really differentiated themselves. We are put on this earth to be the highest and best expression of who we are. And what we've done with Born with Greatness is realize that each and every one of you and ourselves, we are absolutely born with that greatness in us. And it's up to us to let it out. And we're speaking to fellow entrepreneurs today. Being an author, we realize that writing stories in a book, putting things down in that book is very powerful. And it's an accomplishment to each one of you that have authored a book or a story or what have you. But the power with technology today to be able to create a course and have something that's downloadable in different formats to get your message for people around the world to know who you are, for you to be able to spread what was born in you that you took the courage and the chance to go after. And we want to just talk today about course creation and why so many of us have not delved into that arena and how we had born with greatness can make that so much easier for you.
Part of why people don't have their course yet is because of the know-how. They don't know how to create their course. But in my experience with working with entrepreneurs, the know-how is only half the battle. There's something that is underneath, behind the scenes, that's actually really stopping us. And that is all these fears and anxieties that we have around the idea of creating our course. One of the fears is the fear of failure, the fear of being rejected, the fear of not having people engage with you. These are real fears. The fear of not being perfect, right? If we look at fear and the definition of fear, it is an awareness of a clear and present danger to your body, to your likeness, to your health. So a lot of times we'll think, oh, I have the fear of failure. But technically, failure can't kill you. If you fail, like Thomas Edison did 10,000 times, you're not going to die. You're going to live through it. But there is an anxiety, a doubt that you have that I could fail. Failure is a possibility. We're not saying that it's not a possibility. It absolutely is. But it's the anxiety or the fear or the belief, or the faith we put in that failure that stops us. So why even begin if we're going to fail anyway? It might be the kind of dialogue that's happening in your head right.
I can resonate with that. I should have started years before I got on stage. I should have started years before I authored the book. And the thing was, I psyched myself out, stopping myself from, well, what are people going to think with me coming out with my story? And once I did it, I realized that it wasn't so bad after all. And oftentimes it's just a not knowing. And with Born with Greatness, we actually show you and help you along the way. And just like Pauline mentioned, we're going to share the secrets behind how we're creating a course, how we create courses for individuals, successful courses. And probably hear about course creation, you hear about technology, and you think about, well, what's the cost? Or how do I build the value?
Yeah, I know. I have actually wrestled with that. Like, do I know enough? What do I know about this? I don't know enough about this that I can't even begin to share, because if I share it, I'll just look dumb. Right. And so it gets with a thought. Right. And then it translates into a feeling of like your heart starts beating faster and you start getting shallow breath, and then you start believing it, right? So you have a thought and then it leads to another thought and leads to another thought. And it's easy to go down the rabbit hole of self-doubt and wondering, do I really know enough to actually make a difference? And I remember wrestling with this so much. Why do people listen to me? I'm living my life. I'm not doing anything special. It's nothing extraordinary. And sometimes we forget to recognize how absolutely magnificent and extraordinary we really are. Because what comes easy to us, what comes natural to us, that we have maybe over time have cultivated and worked hard to honing as a skill. Now it feels so natural to us. We feel like that's not enough. We feel like that there needs to be more and that people want more. And it could just spiral out into various conversations in your head. And what those conversations do is it paralyzes you from taking action.
Yeah. And, we're going to cover areas, and we've had individuals, even just through this platform here, that have stressed to us, well, I haven't done or thought about doing a course because technology is changing so rapidly. I mean, there's so many different ways. What do you choose? What's the best platform to be able to build your course? How do you put it out there? How do you sell your course? How do you even lay things out? How do you do your branding and your logo? And How does it flow? How do you have your framework? You have it within you, but we're going to show you, we're going to break everything down of what we do as an organization to build courses for individuals. We threw out some names that we've done courses for individuals that we all have heard of. We really have been the secret behind a lot of courses that you've seen. And now we're coming out. This is what we do. This is our expertise. We create phenomenal courses for individuals. What is your expertise? What is it that you can lead? What experience that you've been through? What challenge have you overcome and develop that into a course online that you do one time? Look at the number of experts in your arena and how many of them are differentiating themselves to build a brand and to be able to get the authority in your industry to capitalize even more from a book that you've written, or even more from the knowledge that you have and the experience that you have in you.
If you're like me, the idea of technology freaks me out. I'm like, I just want to be able to help people. I just want to be able to have conversation with people in a way that helps them see themselves in a different way. And I reject technology, but I need technology, but it's not my genius zone. So if you're like me and you feel like I know what I have has value and I know it's the answer to someone else's prayer, but I don't know how to put it out there, what platform to use, what tools are available for me to make this process scalable. Don't worry, we got you. We'll share all the tools that we use to create courses for other people. So you don't have to have that fear of technology. You don't have to have that resistance or that pit in your stomach that you might get when you think about how am I going to take care of all this and all that stuff. Don't worry, we got your back. And, that's part of why people don't do courses. It's the overwhelm. Technology is only one part of the overwhelm that someone might feel when they think about even doing a course, right? I get when we're presented with an idea of like, yeah, this would be a really great idea having a course. But then you think about all the things that you have to do and all the places you have to be. And you just feel so overwhelmed that that wave just pummels you into the ground. And you're like, I can't move. I can't do any of it because I feel so overwhelmed. And the anxiety of all of that is just too much. We want you to know that it's not too much. If you have a community, if you have mentors, if you have coaches around you that can show you the way and can cheer you on when you feel like you can't do anymore, and that can champion you, that can help promote you as well. So we got you. Don't let that wave of overwhelm take you over. You are bigger than that wave. And finally, the big questions of time and money. Time and money. I don't have enough time and I don't have enough money. The reality of it is it does take time to create your course. And it does take effort and discipline to sit down and write down what is it that when people take my course, they feel they can become or feel they can accomplish after they take my course. What are the pillars? What is the framework that I need to walk people through in order for them to achieve that outcome? Yes, it does take time for you to record the video. It takes time for you to upload your course into a platform that allows people to access it. It takes time for you to create your landing page and all that stuff. Am I overwhelming you already? Don't let that overwhelm wave get you. But so, yes, we're not saying it doesn't take time, but we can accelerate that time a little bit faster. We can make that time go quicker. We can help you make those quantum leaps that you need in order for you to have that course complete. So you're not sitting there by yourself in a room. Let me know if you can relate. You're in a room, you're at your desk, and you have pen to paper, and you're like, what do I write? And an hour goes by, and you've written a couple things, and now an hour is gone, and it can never come back. And so we can help you make sure that that hour is optimized and used to the best of your ability. So we're not saying it doesn't take time, but we can help you accelerate that time.
Guys, this is Born with Greatness. Thank you so much for your time.